Well, everything is risky. The day you were born, everything got risky. You have to live with this risk all throughout your life. The risk of your dying began when you were born. So everything in this world is risky. Getting into a business is risky. Investing in a business is risky. Driving a car is risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You are not gonna get out of this life alive. You will have to die to live here. Risk is something you have to live with it all throughout your life. Because anything can happen any moment in your life. In other words, one thing is certain in this world, that nothing is certain. Everything is uncertain in this world. This mystery of life, this uncertainty of life makes our life interesting. No planning can help you, no smartness can help you, no intelligence of yours can help you in this. Because what is destined to happen will happen. As I say that you aren't doing things, you are being done. If you think that you are doing things, then you are the most stupid person on this planet Earth. Everything in this world is destined. In other words, God is our puppeteer and we are his puppets. If human beings had control over their life, nobody would die. So you see, everything in your life is destined and you aren't doing anything. You are being done. So at this point in time, you need to remember that everything is risky. I mean, in the month of April 2024. And you need to take some calculated risk at this point in time. You have to make a deliberate, determined and a conscious effort to take risks at this point in time. Well, if you aren't willing to risk, then you can't grow in your life. And if you can't grow in your life, then you can't become your best in your life. And if you can't become your best in your life, then you can't remain happy in your life. And if you can't remain happy in your life, then what else is there? Because after all, every human being on this planet Earth is doing things, is working to become happy. So if you aren't willing to risk, that happiness is not gonna come into your life. So at this point in time, in the month of April 2024, you must be willing to take some sort of risk in your life. And don't be afraid to take risks in your life. Don't fear the risk in your life. Because as I told you, everything is risky. The minute you were born, everything got risky. You are under this risk of dying. So what bigger risk can you have than dying? And if you think about the dire consequences of that risk, if you prepare yourself for those dire consequences you can encounter by taking a risk, then taking risk would be easy. Well, for example, if you think that you are going to invest $1,000 in a stock market, in a stock, and you prepare your mind that you can lose this $1,000, and that is the maximum loss you can incur while investing that $1,000, and you ready yourself for this eventuality, and if you make up your mind that even if that $1,000 is a part of your loss, then taking that risk will become easy because you know the consequences of investing that $1,000. What it can happen is that you can lose the $1,000. That is the maximum loss you can incur. And if you prepare yourself for that loss mentally, then taking that risk becomes easier. Because you know the end result of that investing. You know the consequence of your actions. And if you prepare yourself for the results, your consequences in your life, then taking a risk becomes easy. So while taking that risk in the month of April 2024, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. So in the month of April 2024, you need to take a calculated risk. You need to bear in your mind the maximum loss you can incur in your life, the maximum extent to which you can incur a loss in the month of April 2024. And if you are ready to face those consequences, those losses in your life in the month of April 2024, then you should take that risk in your life. I mean in the month of April 2024. Because this risk which you take in the month of April 2024 are gonna yield profits for you in the future. This risk could be in any aspect of your life. You could take a risk in your business. You could change a job and take a risk. You could be frank in your relationships and take a risk. You could leave your job and start doing a business. That risk can also be taken in the month of April 2024. And don't vacillate at this point in time. Don't be indecisive at this point in time. If you make up your mind to do a certain thing, then make sure you take that decision and move forward with that decision. Act on your ideas and plans in the month of April 2024. If you get an opportunity at this point in time, and if you think that opportunity is a risky proposition, but you can get humongous profits in the future, then you must take that risk at this point in time. Don't fear to take that risk at this point in time. Don't be afraid to take that risk at this point in time. Because if there is no risk, there is no gain. In fact, I would say that if you endure some sort of pain at this point in time and move forward with your goals and dreams at this point in time, then you definitely see some gains in the future. Well, the fact of life is that if you are crushed in your life, if you are facing problems and difficulties in your life, that itself is an indication that you are trying. Because a person who doesn't do anything can never encounter troubles and problems in his or her life. Only if you do something, you are bound to face problems and difficulties. And at that point in time, you need to lift yourself up and say that you are gonna overcome your problems and difficulties. You must be willing to face all the pains in your life if you want to move forward in your life. And embrace that pain, and you will see gains coming in your life. Well, crushing is the precursor to your promise. If you encounter problems and difficulties in the month of April 2024, then you must take that as an indication of your promise being realized very soon. You know, a wine can never be made until the grapes are crushed. You know, an eagle will push the child out of the nest, not because the eagle wants to harm the child. The eagle pushes the child out of the nest because that is the only way the child will learn how to fly. So in other words, the eagle pushes the baby out of the nest so that the baby can learn how to fly. The eaglet can learn how to fly. Similarly, in our life, God crushes us so that we can learn something in our life, so that we can fly in our life, so that we can become successful in our life. You know, a sugarcane has to be crushed in a machine before it becomes a sugarcane juice. So every beautiful thing, every tasty thing, every success precedes a crushing. So every success is preceded by a crushing. The more the pain, the more the gain. So in the month of April 2024, you need to remember to take risks and don't be afraid to embrace the pain, the troubles, the difficulties in your life. Face them head on at this point in time. Face it with courage. You know, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness of you to do the things in spite of the fear. And at this point in time, you need to listen to your heart. You shouldn't listen to anyone in this world at this point in time. Don't listen to anybody at this point in time regarding your career, your goals, your dreams at this point in time. You know, it is not important what others say about you. What is more important than what you say to yourself? Others might criticize you. Others might blame you. Others might criticize you. others might judge you, others might condemn you. But those opinions and views of others are not important. Other people's opinions about you is none of your business. The most important thing is what you tell yourself. You need to tell yourself that you are great. You need to tell yourself that you can make it in this thing called life. You need to tell yourself that you are a masterpiece because you are the piece of the master God. You need to tell yourself that everything is possible for you in this world. You can achieve anything in this world. You need to remind yourself that you have the inherent power and strength to overcome any problems and difficulties in your life. And remember that every cloud has a silver lining. Nothing is permanent in this world, not even your problems and difficulties. So with this thought in your mind, with this attitude in your life that the best is yet to come, you need to pass the month of April 2024. And I'm 100% certain that you will emerge a winner eventually. Well, this is all I wanted to tell you all about the month of April 2024. If you want some specific predictions about yourself, then you are most welcome to contact me. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this particular human life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I'm talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains. So if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu instrument. This Vastu instrument can solve all your Vastu problems of your home, office or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. जय मां काली।